I'm Dillon Libby. I work at Origin. I'm the head of maintenance over at the boot department. I boil sap in my free time. I own some livestock, some goats. I do that. I'm a fourth generation sap boiler. Been making maple syrup my whole life. Maple syrup was something that was kind of just passed down to me through my grandfather and my dad. Passed that on to me, showed me how to do it, and I've been doing it ever since, and now here we are.
Maple syrup has a long history in Maine. It is deeply rooted in Maine's cultural heritage. The knowledge and tradition has been passed down through generations, with many families and communities participating in the process of tapping maple trees and producing syrup. Maine Maple Sunday brings communities together, allowing people to connect with local producers, learn about their craft, support small businesses, and appreciate the rich legacy of the state.
Ouch. This is my seat. See what we got in this barrel here. This is Grammy Frost's old place. These big maples, they typically run pretty good, depending on the weather. Oh, let's spill some. That was all right. We collected the other night, so we weren't expecting it to be super full, you know. There's people that just tap a few trees and they'll use a turkey burner to make maple syrup in their backyard, you know. There's people like us that have a bigger evaporator, and there's big operations with, you know, they got a giant building and hundreds and hundreds of gallons of sap they're going through with an enclosed unit and vacuum system, and, you know. You know, I only grabbed friggin' 2 buckets. That's all right. I'll walk over and get some. The tradition of maple syrup's really important to me, and it's really always been a part of the family where we can all just kind of come together over something common. You know, everyone's always working or they got their own lives, and it's like that one time a year we just all come together and everyone's got trees on their property. We tap everyone's trees and we all help each other collect, we all help each other boil, and it's just fun, you know, something we've always done. We're boiling down sap, making some maple syrup today. We normally expect about 40 gallons of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. It fluctuates, you know, depending on the year and what Mother Nature has in store for us. It's got to be really cold at night and really warm during the day is about what you want to see. You want to see that tree freezing and unthawing. Well, that's when it moves all the sap around, because the sugar content in the sap actually acts as like an antifreeze for the tree when it's coming out of winter. So that's when it starts shedding all that sap, and that's when we're collecting it. It's got the Origin. Got the Origin.
Awesome.
Origin family. It's all about getting cold at night too, because you can only store sap when it's cold. If it gets too warm, bacteria will make it cloudy. It can get milky and turn yellow and sour, and then you just got to dump it out. You can't use it. We got a rope here, and that goes up to the flaps. We got one on each side, and different nails we put it on to open or close the flaps more, let steam out.
Say, you know, you want to keep it a little bit, so you just pull it up a little bit, and you can come around this one if you want, maybe come back to here, you know, just depends on where you want to set it.
Different combinations of nails get different settings in the, yeah. Low tech, it works. My grandfather, I remember it was snowing really hard one day, and we grabbed some snow and poured some fresh maple syrup over it. Kind of made like a snow cone. That was pretty cool. I remember when I was really young being on the back of the dog sled, and they'd tow me around. They would have all the buckets in the dog sled, and they'd tow me around, and I'd trudge through the snow and grab all the buckets and dump them in, and it was a lot of fun. It's getting there. It's good. That's good. So these snowshoes actually belong to my great-grandfather. They're really, really old. There'd be so much snow on the ground and they were going out to collect. They'd just trudge through the snow and gather buckets. They'd collect deep into the woods off the trail, so they had to use those to get around. Used to be so much snow back then.
So right now we're just filtering out as much as we can. You know, like I said, we're a small operation. We don't have the filters they use. You know, it's the filter press, which takes out like almost everything. We like to think we leave a little bit more flavor in it this way.
I love using it to cook with, using it in recipes, giving it out for Christmas presents, giving it to people. I think it's really cool that we kind of have that heritage, something that we can kind of connect over, look back to. And I love seeing old pictures of how they used to do it and hearing stories of the past and, stuff like that from all the different people that boil. Oh yeah, that's ready to go. That's all sealed up and canned and ready for use.